Hi, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago, talking energy futures. Let's talk natural gas. Natural gas is down almost 5% on the lows today, working on its first down week in the last three. Now, overall, natural gas had a very weak December, and then toward the end of the week, catching up to its seasonality, we saw most of the December losses, which were down almost over 12% at one point, come back to where natural gas finished only down pennies and finished near that $3 mark. We're well below that $3 mark now on the CME contract, and it is really getting hit as we move into what is supposed to be the end of this colder weather. But let's talk about the EIA report that came out today first. We had a lower than expected draw of natural gas, 209 billion cubic feet versus an expected draw of 220 billion cubic feet. We are now 192 cubic feet below the 5-year average and below this time next year, same amount, below those two key metrics that people look at. You would think that would support what we're seeing on the upside of natural gas, but it did not today. Substantial sell-off. Now, some of it might have to do with the bomb cyclone that we're seeing on the East Coast. The bombogenesis, as the weather phenomenon is actually called, is pummeling the East Coast right now. These storms tend to be reported as huge disasters and oftentimes only come out as normal-sized disasters, if that's possible. But one of the things that's doing is there's talk of power being out in Maine and staying out for quite a while. That does not put pressure on or put a bid under natural gas prices. It actually puts a little bit of pressure on it because power plants powered by natural gas, if the power is down, won't be pulling as much natural gas out of storage. So there is potential for this storm, while it is a winter storm, is actually pulling natural gas prices down with power being out. Also, the East Coast is one of the few places that still has big demand for heating oil, and also a big area of the East Coast, big is relative, but a big area of the East Coast uses diesel heaters. So we're actually getting a pull from the crude oil, and crude oil is up today again with WTI having reached 62.21 on the high side of things. So we're actually getting a bid in crude oil and a sell-off of natural gas, in part because of the particular nature of this bombogenesis. Again, bombogenesis is the weather term for the phenomenon that's going on. It's an extremely fast drop in pressure. It's a low pressure system that comes in extremely quickly. It is pummeling the East Coast as we speak, and it's part of the reason natural gas is being pummeled in price as well. This is Bob Iaccino talking natural gas futures from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.